Hello everyone, welcome to Courts Today by Live Law, your go-to source for the latest and fastest legal updates. I am your host Urvashi Chauhan, here to bring you daily developments, landmark judgments, significant rulings and expert insights from the world of law. Let's begin with the headlines and a concise overview of the top stories. After that, we will delve into the full details, providing in-depth coverage and analysis of each update. In the RG Kar hospital case, the Supreme Court today termed the revelations made in the CBI's report as disturbing. The Supreme Court has today paused bulldozer actions and ordered that no demolition should take place without its permission. Kerala journalist Siddique Kappan approaches Supreme Court seeking relaxation of bail conditions. The Supreme Court has granted bail to Pulsar Suni in the actress sexual assault case, saying that the trial is not likely to conclude soon. In the disproportionate assets case, the Supreme Court has issued notice on the plea challenging withdrawal of consent for CBI probe into Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar. The Himachal Pradesh High Court has rejected challenge to maintainability of Abhishek Manu Singhvi's plea against Rajya Sabha election defeat. The Kerala High Court is set to consider whether entry fee or tax can be collected at checkposts for bringing in eggs from other states. The Delhi High Court has granted bail to Amandeep Singh Dhal and Amit Arora in the liquor policy case. Starting with the brief of the hearing on suo motu case over the RG Kar hospital rape and murder before the Supreme Court bench comprising CJI D.Y. Chandrachud, Justices J.B. Pardewala and Manoj Mishra. The court today perused the status report filed by the CBI. Though the court refused to reveal the details furnished by the CBI, saying that disclosures might hamper the investigation, it said that the revelations were disturbing. It further said that CBI is also exploring the possibility of whether the scene of the crime was tampered with, evidence was destroyed, and whether there was the complicity of other persons in failing to report the crime, etc. Noting that 90 days' time is available to file the charge sheet, the court said that there was still time left and that CBI needed to be given time to unearth the truth. It said that setting a deadline may not be conducive for a proper investigation. Advocate Firoz Edulji, appearing for a petitioner who appeared before the High Court, made submissions regarding discrepancies in the seizure list and sketch map not sending the clothes of the victim at the time of autopsy. He added that only 27 minutes of footage was handed over by the Kolkata police to the CBI. The Chief Justice of India told the Solicitor General that the CBI has to ensure that the entire footage has been handed over. The court also took note of a letter issued by the father of the deceased on September 17th expressing certain concerns and sharing some specific inputs regarding the investigation. Observing that the concerns raised in the letter were genuine, the court asked the CBI to duly take note of them. Further, the Supreme Court criticized a notification from the West Bengal government advising that female doctors should avoid night duty for their safety. The CJI remarked that instead of restricting women from working at night, the government should increase security measures for them. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, representing the state, agreed that changes would be made to the notification. The court today also directed Wikipedia to remove from its pages the name of the victim in this case. Significantly, today, junior doctors of West Bengal who are abstaining from work as part of protests told the Supreme Court that they are ready to report to duties provided that the confidence-building measures which were agreed upon during the meeting between them and the West Bengal Chief Minister yesterday are put in place. In a major update, the Supreme Court has today paused bulldozer actions directing no demolition to take place without its permission. You are aware that the bench of Justices B.R. Gavai and K.V. Vishwanathan is hearing a petition challenging the alleged actions of various state governments demolishing buildings of persons who are accused of crimes as a punitive measure. At the last hearing, the court had expressed an intention to lay down pan-India guidelines to address the concerns, and it had asked the parties to submit draft suggestions which could be considered by the court. Today, after it passed the order stopping such demolition actions, the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta raised objections, saying that the hands of the statutory authorities could not be tied in this manner. However, the bench refused to relent, saying that heavens would not fall if the demolitions were stopped for a week. The court has clarified that this order will not be applicable to encroachments on public roads, footpaths, railway lines and water bodies. The matter will now be taken up on 1st October. Stay tuned. Kerala journalist Siddique Kappan, who was granted bail after 2 years of incarceration in connection with the Hathras conspiracy case, has now approached the Supreme Court for relaxation of bail conditions. Kappan was arrested along with other accused by the Uttar Pradesh police in October 2020 while they were proceeding to report the Hathras rape murder crime. While initially he was arrested under the apprehension of causing a breach of peace, subsequently he was booked under the UAPA, alleging that he and his co-passengers were trying to incite communal riots and disrupt social harmony in the wake of the Hathras gang rape murder case. Another case is also pending against him where he has been accused in PMLA by the Enforcement Directorate. According to ED, Kappan and his co-accused are members of the Popular Front of India, and in furtherance of a larger conspiracy, they visited Hathras with an intention to disturb communal harmony, instigating riots and spreading terror, and to fund anti-CAA protests and also for other unlawful activities of PFI. The Supreme Court had granted him bail in September 2022 in the UAPA case with a number of bail conditions imposed. He now seeks relaxation on one such condition, which requires him to record his presence at the police station in Uttar Pradesh every Monday. A bench of Justices P.S. Narasimha and R. Mahadevan will hear the plea after 2 weeks. Stay tuned. In the next update, the Supreme Court bench of Justices Abhay S. Oak and Pankaj Mittal today granted bail to Sunil N.S., the main accused in the 2017 actress sexual assault case. Prominent Malayalam actor Dileep is also charged in the case as a conspirator allegedly being behind the abduction and sexual assault of the actress in a moving vehicle in the outskirts of Kochi in February 2017. The prime accused is Sunil N.S., also known as Pulsar Suni, who has now been in custody for 7 years. The Apex Court had been monitoring the progress of the trial, receiving status reports from the trial judge from time to time. Last month, it sought information from the state of Kerala regarding the number of witnesses remaining to be examined. The court today noted that 268 prosecution witnesses had been examined and there were 9 accused in the case. Thus, observing that completing the trial, including recording of statements of the accused under CRPC, would take considerable time, the court granted him bail. The court also took into account that all other co-accused had already been granted bail. In the next update, the Supreme Court has today issued notice on a petition filed by BJP MLA Basant Gowda Patil Yatnal against withdrawal of consent given by Karnataka government for CBI to prosecute Congress leader and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar in a disproportionate assets case. In August 2017, the Income Tax Department had raided Shivakumar's premises, seizing 8 crores, leading to cases under the Income Tax Act and PMLA, resulting further in his arrest in the year 2019. The Karnataka government later gave permission for a CBI investigation. Both the High Court and Supreme Court at that time had rejected Shivakumar's plea to quash the case and the investigation. However, after the Congress took over the government in May 2023, the Karnataka government withdrew its consent for the CBI probe in November 2023. So the CBI and the BJP MLA Yatnal approached the High Court to challenge this. But their petitions were dismissed by the High Court. Thus, they have now approached the Supreme Court. Senior advocate Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, representing Shivakumar, argued that the CBI, whose consent to prosecute was revoked by the Karnataka government, has not appealed the decision. And he criticized the BJP MLA for filing the petition, calling it overly zealous since the matter concerns the CBI and not him. Singhvi asserted that decisions about prosecution are the prerogative of the central government. In response, senior advocate Siddharth Dave, representing Yatnal, disputed Singhvi's claim, arguing that the High Court failed to address his locus standi to bring the petition, which he believed was valid. A bench of Justices Suryakant and Ujjal Bhuya today issued notice and questioned whether Article 131 of the Constitution, which deals with disputes between the centre and state governments, applied to this case, and remarked that it was ideal to resolve the matter on its merits to avoid creating any suspicion about the case's legitimacy. And now let me tell you, the Himachal Pradesh High Court has upheld maintainability of Congress Rajya Sabha MP and senior advocate Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi's election plea, which challenges his defeat in the Rajya Sabha polls of February 2024. He has challenged the returning officer's decision to declare the winner through a draw of lots and has questioned the election officer's interpretation of the drawing of lots rules in cases of a tie. Let me tell you, on 27th February, Singhvi lost to BJP's candidate Harsh Mahajan, despite both of them getting an equal number of votes, that is 34-34 each. Since there was a tie, the Chief Electoral Officer conducted a draw of lots as allowed by election rules. The names of both candidates were placed in a box and a slip with Singhvi's name was drawn out. As a result, Singhvi was eliminated and Mahajan was declared the winner. Challenging the returning officer's decision, Singhvi has moved the High Court. His contention is that the decision defies common sense, old tradition and practices, because whenever there is a tie between two people, the person whose name is drawn should be the winner and not the loser. During the pendency of this petition, Mahajan, on the other hand, moved an application seeking rejection of Dr. Singhvi's plea. Before the court, Mahajan argued that Singhvi's petition lacked the necessary facts and failed to provide a valid legal basis for challenging the election. He also claimed that the petition was barred by the principles of estoppel and waiver, meaning that Singhvi could not raise these issues after accepting the process. Additionally, he argued that any violation of the rules or regulations alleged in the petition would not have affected the election outcome. But the bench of Justice Jyotsna Reval Dua dismissed the application, observing that all the material facts, both positive and negative, upon which Singhvi was relying had been disclosed in the plea. The court noted that the issue raised in the election plea was whether exclusion of name of the person on whom the draw of lot falls was contradictory of Section 65 of the RP Act, a provision which contemplates draw of lots and provides that the candidate on whom the lot falls shall receive an additional vote. It held that Dr. Singhvi's petition does disclose a cause of action. A petition has been filed in the Kerala High Court challenging collection of tax at checkposts for bringing in eggs from other states. The petitioners, who are involved in the business of stocking, packing and selling eggs, object to an order issued by Director of Animal Husbandry on 31st July this year. This order introduced a check post entry fee of 2 paisa per egg, which has been enforced from August for eggs imported from other states. The petitioners are contesting this fee. The plea states that imposing entry fees on agricultural products like eggs, which are nil-rated goods, is an indirect and illegal way to collect tax, contrary to provisions of the GST Act. The plea stated that essential items like egg, fruits, vegetables are categorized as GST exemption goods to make them affordable for customers. The plea further stated that an estimated more than 1 crore eggs arrive in Kerala from other states daily. It argued that this will result in egg traders facing a huge amount of entry fees. It is also stated that discrimination between eggs from other states and locally produced eggs is unconstitutional and illegal. The plea thus seeks to set aside the order issued by the Director of Animal Husbandry and have it declared as illegal and arbitrary. The government has filed its statement and the matter will now be taken up on 26th September. And lastly, the Delhi High Court has today granted bail to businessmen Amandeep Singh Dhal and Amit Arora in the money laundering case connected to the alleged excise policy scam. Justice Neena Bansal Krishna pronounced the judgment and allowed regular bail pleas filed by Dhal and Arora. Let me tell you, Arora is the director of Gurugram-based company Buddy. He was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in November 2022. As per allegations, he was a close associate of Manish Sisodia, actively involved in managing illicit money collected from liquor licenses. He was granted interim bail on medical grounds in August. On the other hand, Amandeep Singh Dhal is a businessman and director of Brinco Sales Private Limited. He was arrested in March 2023 by ED. It was alleged that he was involved in formulation of the liquor policy and in facilitating kickbacks to the Aam Aadmi Party. His bail plea in the corruption case is pending before the Apex Court. Also, Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, who spent 6 months in jail in the same case, was granted bail last Friday by the Supreme Court. He announced his resignation from the post of Chief Minister the next day. And now Aam Aadmi Party MLA Atishi Marlena is set to take oath as Delhi's Chief Minister, the third woman to do so after Sushma Swaraj and Sheila Dikshit. For more details on the cases mentioned here, please visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Live Law. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. You can support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or by becoming a member for just 89 rupees per month.